Hello, welcome to the Cosy Couch, episode 23. My name's Nick.
I'm Richard.
Yep. Welcome to the
I
show.
was trying to actually think if we are on episode 23 or not.
Yeah, it's 23.
Right, cool.
Time flies, eh?
I know.
Remember episode 1?
I do remember episode 1. Do you know what episode I remember? Episode 10.
Oh yeah, 10 was good.
Because it was
Cake.
a cake. Yep, that's
We
right.
should play that more often. But before you know it, we'll be at 51 more cake.
Yeah, that's true.
5 cakes.
5 fucking massive cakes. And that's the whole show. Just eating
as
them.
in 5 cakes.
Yeah.
I think it get messy.
It could get messy.
So yeah, this isn't a show about cakes, it's a show about games and movies and TV and all that sort of stuff. So entertainment, all
Yep.
the good stuff. So we read the news, decide what we deem worthy
Yeah.
for you to know, and then we talk about it.
Yeah.
So if you enjoy that, please subscribe, please give us a wee like, check out other videos, and what have you been up to this week?
Well, what have I been up to this week? Still
What have you
playing.
not been up to?
Still playing No Man's Sky. So that's good. I'm enjoying No Man's Sky. I've been playing my Vita, so I've been playing Flower. Trying to get all the trophies and that. Got all the trophies in the Unfinished Swan on Vita. Then
Awesome.
went on to PS4. Did the exact same thing again. Should really go in and do it on my PS3 as well, but I can't be bothered.
How was the Watchtower one?
Piece of piss.
Aye.
Absolute piece of piss. See, when you know what to do, it's a doddle.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I did that. What else have I been playing? I think that might be it. Yeah, I think that is it. Actually, I've only really been playing those games. I've purchased Abzu and Adrift, but I've still not played them yet.
Oh, okay.
Because I just keep, every time I go into my PS4, I'm like, but I should really play No Man's Sky and try and get through all that. So yeah, I'm in the system with the black hole.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah,
Exactly.
it's quite cool because I like when I look up into this, like into space, I can see the black hole. which
Oh,
is-
it's still there?
yeah, I've not been through it yet.
I thought we didn't go for it.
Didn't save the game.
Ah.
I was quite chuffed with that because I was like, oh good, I'm back where I was. I can finish doing what I'm doing.
Right, okay.
So there you go. Well chuffed. So now I just look at the black hole. But I think I've actually done everything on this system, so I'm like, it's kind of time to go through it now.
Right, cool.
So yeah, it's good. Definitely good. We'll talk about a wee bit more about No Man's Sky.
Yep, I'm sure we will.
But no, we definitely will.
Alright, okay.
What about you?
Not a lot, actually. Some No Man's Sky, some Destiny, that's about it.
Just
Yeah.
quite a week.
I've not had a lot of time for gaming this week. At the Fringe last night.
That's
That
true.
was good.
I also went to the Fringe.
Oh, so you did. I've seen you there.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. Did see you there.
Seen some
Seen some sights.
Some sights,
Is
yeah.
what we'll say.
We'll say that.
Yeah, nothing worth talking about.
Right.
I watched Zootopia.
Oh, nice one.
That was really good. It's a really good film. For anyone who's looking for a good film to watch, Zootopia. Good feel-good film.
Alright, cool. I'll check it. Is that Pixar?
Yes, Disney
Yeah.
Pixar. Which I keep forgetting. I thought it was DreamWorks, but it's definitely not. It's made by the good company.
Alright, yeah.
So there you go. Yeah, so well, we might as well get cracking on with the news then,
Cool.
if that's all we've done. So, story number 1. Speaking of playing Destiny, Nick, would you like to play Destiny the Collection?
Well, not really. I've already got them all.
Yeah, exactly. I thought that. So yeah, Activision have formally announced Destiny the Collection. Compilation bundles all the DLC together, including the Rise of Iron expansion, which is just coming out. And it's available for pre-order on Amazon. It is available for $60 US. So basically, the price that Destiny was when it first came out.
Yeah.
So if you've been holding out on getting it, now's the time to go because you're getting everything for the original price of the
You'll
game.
catch up in no time as well.
Yeah, which is pretty decent. Plus, I'm pretty sure like you get an item that jumps you straight up to like level 25 or some shit like that,
Yeah.
don't you? Yeah.
Spark, alright.
So yeah, it's pretty easy to catch up with people. Yeah, so that's coming. PS4 and Xbox One. They've also announced something that Destiny's never had before: private player versus player matches.
Yep.
I'm sure that makes you all quite happy.
It does,
You Destiny players.
Mhm.
So
It made Danny very happy.
I don't understand what that's going to do for you.
Because the amount of times you get abuse off someone and they'll go like, "Oh, you're shite," and it's your team that let you down,
Yeah.
and you go, oh, "I would love to have a 1-on-1 match with you and kick your ass."
Alright, okay.
Now we can do that.
Fair enough, that's a fair point. Next story is that the open beta, Battlefield 1, August 31st.
Yep, seen that.
Yep, it's coming. You have to have signed up on the Battlefield Insider program. Like, you need to pick your platform of choice. You had to do that before August the 21st, but this will go open.
Oh yeah.
Like every single person is going to get invited in to play this. That must just be fast entry into it, I'd imagine. Definitely going to play that.
Well, this might be a closed beta than the one after will be open.
Well, it says the open beta for Battlefield 1, so that which makes me think it will be available to everybody
I
eventually.
suppose.
So the term open beta and closed beta are very vague,
Yeah.
depending on it's all dependent on different situations. But it will, and I guarantee it'll get extended as well.
Oh yeah, always do.
They'll be like, oh yeah, it's going to be on for X amount of days, and then they'll be like, we're giving it a couple of days more. Now everyone can jump in.
I can't wait.
I think
So
I'm
good.
only going to play it for like a day though. I don't want to make myself sick of it. I just like to play it for an hour or two to be like, yeah, really like this, really don't like this, you know, just get a wee feel for it. The next story, this isn't really a story as such, I just wanted to bring this up. On Instagram, big Henry Cavill, big Superman, has posted an image of an all black Superman costume, which is similar to the one in The Death of Superman. That's from the 1992 story arc. I'm not up to speed on what that storyline is, but I can only suggest they are literally clutching at straws now to figure out how the fuck we redeem what we've done here.
Yeah.
I've got a funny feeling he's not going to be in Justice League. That's my big feeling now.
I think he will.
I think the first film he won't be, or if he is, he comes into it at the very end. Because I think the best way to get that team together is to be like, okay, we are kind of shite without Superman, so let's work on being amazing as a wee unit. And then at the end, Superman comes in, they're like, oh, now we're perfect because we've got Superman as well. I just think, when I read that, I was like, really? That's...
How do you think he's going to come back? Do you think he's going to come back as powerful? Less
No,
powerful?
I don't. I think he's come back less powerful.
Same. Aye. I'll enjoy that then.
Yeah, see, that would be good. And then, because they've announced they're doing Man of Steel 2 again, so that could be about him, building up his power, and then he could join the Justice League proper.
Aye.
So, I'm at this point now with DC, I'm like, I've pretty much given up. Suicide Squad, I was like, this has to be good. And then it just wasn't. So, at this point, DC, I don't really want to talk about DC anymore. They've disappointed me.
You don't want to choose the news.
I know that, but I just wanted to put that out there. I wanted people to know that there is a potential Death of Superman storyline coming up. But you shouldn't get excited about it, because so far they haven't done anything good. Apart from Man of Steel, 3/4 of that film are excellent, the last quarter of it is not that good.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, so there we go. The Oculus Rift has been kicking about for a good while. I think the dev kits have been around for a good 3 or 4, or probably 4 years now. But its consumer version is officially coming out, and Europe and Canada have got release dates, and it's going to be September the 20th.
Oh, it's quite close.
It is quite close. Would you like to buy one?
Maybe. How much can I pick one up for?
£549. That is steep.
That is very steep.
Yeah, that is for in euros, which is strange. It's 699. Fuck paying that.
Yeah.
So there's no pricing for Canada. Unfortunately, you're getting a release date, but you're not getting a price. Probably because it's fucking ridiculous. To be fair. Yeah, I would kind of like this, but I'm kind of set on getting PSVR.
Yeah, same.
I'm like, nah, it's cheap, entry level.
Doesn't get amazing just now.
Yeah, I can part with the money for that.
Especially because they're going to bring out newer versions of VR.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, so best going to entry level, I'd say.
Yes, this is true. There's a story going about that there was a story going about that there was going to be a Jack Ryan TV series. Jack Ryan is one of Tom Clancy's characters. I think there was a film not long ago. Cannot remember who was in it. Want to say it was Tom Cruise.
So not Jack Reacher.
That's Jack Reacher. Maybe talking shit about. No, Jack Ryan there was, and it was Scott Pine who plays Kirk in Star Trek.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, there was that. Now it's getting a TV series. Amazon have greenlit it. 10 episode season, and it's your man John Krasinski that's going to be the main character. Who's that, you ask? That is the guy out the office. Totally forgot his name. Jim from The Office. I wanted to say Jack, but I'm like, no, Jack is the name of the guy who's playing now. Yeah, so Michael Bay and Carlton Curse are on board as executive producers, so there'll be a fuck ton of explosions.
That's right.
Yeah, don't think it says when it's coming out. Yeah, it doesn't. It's just going to be available through Amazon Prime, or if you've got other ways of watching stuff, it'll be available in that, such as Firestick,
Yeah.
Kodi,
Pornhub.
Couch Tuner, probably Pornhub. Yeah, so no date for it, but I'd imagine it'll be a while off because it's not even been filmed yet. So, No Man's Sky. Told you we were going to speak about it again.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Last week, I'm sure we spoke about the fact that there was a big update coming out, and that he had said he would let all these updates are going to be free. He's kind of went back in his word a wee bit on this.
Oh, has he now?
Yes, he has. He said he was quoted as saying that he was perhaps naive to suggest that all those updates would be free, and then he said that new features and content would be continuously added to the game, including a new patch that would make players very happy. And he said that he's no longer ruling out paid DLC, but nothing is guaranteed at this point. He's quoted saying, maybe in the future we'll have paid DLC if there's some reason why we just couldn't possibly afford to do a certain feature without charging for it. So I'd imagine if it's something ridiculously huge, it's going to take like months of like time, then you would need to pay for it.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Which is fine. I'm alright with that.
Yeah.
I don't mind paying for content if it's worth it.
Yeah, exactly.
If it's just like something that could have easily been implemented into the game, then I have a bit of an issue with it. So yeah, there we go. After me saying I don't really want to speak about DC, didn't really work this out well. Jared Leto, he's not having a good time with this Joker business, and he was during an interview. It was like a Instagram and Twitter Q&A thing. He's claimed that he feels sort of tricked into being part of something that had been pitched to him very differently, and that also he was overwhelmed by all the hate regarding the look and choices. And he says he actually also hasn't seen the film after he heard how much of his work had been cut from the theatrical release. At this point, I'm kind of just like, that sounds like Jared Leto cry me a river.
Aye.
Like,
how could you not have seen it?
Because he's probably not went to the premiere or anything like that.
But he said a lot of my scenes were cut. How would he know that unless...
Because they obviously get informed what has and hasn't made it into the film.
But sure you'd want to watch then to see it for yourself and go, oh, that...
I think he's just heard, like someone close to him's obviously seen the film and said, here's all your scenes, and he's like...
I just think he's talking shit. I think he's tried this to...
Yeah,
sympathy.
This is what I'm saying. I think this is like, oh no, people are really critical of this. Oh, do you know what? I was tricked into this. Like, fuck off. You've, like, it's not your fault. All you have to say is, I found loads of stuff. I thought it was really good. They've cut hundreds of stuff. You don't need to then say, oh, they've tricked me into it. Woe is me. Oh, God, it's so sad, isn't it? Like, fuck off. Like, people don't like the Joker. People didn't like Heath Ledger.
I know.
So people need to remember that. He was, like, people were fucking livid with that. I think he's kind of went off on one at DC, which leads me to believe he's probably going to get recast. They'll be like, do you know what? Fuck Jared Leto. Which I think is a bad choice. I would just keep him as the Joker.
Yeah, I liked him.
I liked him. I think if DC recast him as Joker now, I'll be like, they don't have a fucking clue what they're doing anymore. Like, it's ridiculous. Got a new game coming out. Metal Gear Survive.
Oh god.
Yeah. Announced at Gamescom. It's the first, and I quote, Konami says it's the first full Metal Gear game since they've kind of taken the reins off of Hideo Kojima. What it is you play as one of four survivors from the mother base getting blown up incident, and you get sucked through a wormhole to another dimension, and you have to survive against hordes of zombie crystal people. 4-player co-op game, and the aim is to survive.
That looks terrible.
Yeah, it looks like the worst idea Konami could have actually come up with.
Yeah.
Like, you as a company are at a point where your fans have literally no faith that you can do a good Metal Gear game. So if that was me, I'd be going, right, we need to make Metal Gear 6. We need to make sure we take years to come up with a decent story. I would get David Hayter back for a start, for goodwill. And I would be like, right, we need to really think this through and get it up to speed. Rather than less than a year later being like, yeah, here's this new game called Metal Gear Survive. What is everyone doing these days? Zombies. Cool, make it zombies. 4-player co-op. Cool, it's 4-player co-op. Survival mode and all that. This is the fucking most tragic idea I've ever heard.
Oh.
They were very, very quick to come out and say that it's not actually a full-priced game.
Oh,
So it's going to... I think when it's all said and done, this will end up being DLC or standalone DLC for Metal Gear 5.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't think they can actually get away with saying this is a full Metal Gear game. It doesn't involve any of the characters, so it's not. That's maybe their saving grace, is they're like, oh, but it's not canon. It's just a side thing. But you're like, yeah, but then you are saying that in the canon there was a storm of wormholes that sucked people up, and that Mother Base is no longer there because it got sucked up. Like, what a stupid thing to tell me.
Mm-hmm.
It just looks fucking...
It just looks awful, man. Like,
it looks shit. It's such a terrible idea.
yeah.
And this has basically just confirmed what we already thought. Konami cannot do Metal Gear without Kojima.
Exactly.
So, don't get me wrong, like, I know one person who's excited for it. Like, Tubby.
Oh, yeah.
One of our friends has said that he's actually... He thinks this looks alright. But I was very quick to point out that, like, there was an article in Kotaku about how mental people are going, and then the video... In fact, I'll actually, just for a bit of context here, I will go on and we'll find the Metal Gear Survive trailer, and I'll tell you...
IGN posted it?
They had the exclusive, yeah. Metal Gear Survive. It's not even coming up in my suggested things. So we'll get the trailer for Metal Gear Survive. This is it. 4 days ago, 2 million views. Okay. We just need this to load up. It's not loading for whatever reason. This is for Mafia. An advert would happen as the one time. 18,000 likes. Right,
Oh,
so it has went up.
It's quite good.
But there is 81,000 dislikes.
Oh, that's not good.
That is definitely not good. That tells you how raging people are about that. You never know, it could be good, but I'm going to tell you right now it's not. This will be a disaster. I'm sure in our group chat I said it will be very like Umbrella Corp. The 4-player, I don't know if it has 4 players, it's like a multiplayer Resident Evil game where you're fighting each other and zombies. Do you ever hear about it? No, because it's a fucking terrible idea. It's not Resident Evil, so don't give it to us. And for people who are like, oh yeah, but it's quite cool, like a kind of horror element. Guess what? Konami own fucking Silent House. Why don't they just make a Silent House game instead of this shite?
I know.
So yeah, don't get your hopes up for this one, folks. Couple of things from Ubisoft. The game Steep, which I'm sure we've had a laugh at a few times, has got a release date December the 2nd for PC, PS4 and Xbox One. They also announced that the game is getting a gold edition, Shock Horror, which comes with a season pass, which will include all expansions and digital content, outfits, equipment, and an exclusive costume.
Oh.
Going to tell you right now, that'll be shite. There'll be nothing in there worth buying, and the game probably won't be worth buying either. Then you've got The Crew is getting an expansion called The Crew Calling All Units. It's a Cops vs Robbers expansion with new gameplay and shit like that. 12 new missions. Basically, Need for Speed Most Wanted. Nobody speaks about The Crew anymore.
Nope.
So this is a fucking pointless bit of DLC. And then the one thing everyone loved from Watch Dogs, the online components of it, is getting a new system called Bounty Hunter, which, when you build up enough heat, a team of bounty hunters can come after you, and it's like 3-player online. Or you can just go and do an online match where you're chasing after somebody.
Doesn't sound that good.
Yeah, it doesn't sound that good, because none of the online stuff in Watch Dogs was any good.
I
actually thought they would cut it, if I'm honest, but they clearly haven't, so that's a downer. We've actually got some more Ubisoft news. This wasn't announced at Gamescom, but this was leaked. Now, where was it leaked? It was spotted on NeoGAF by user Cat Mario, and it was listed on the Korean Game Rating and Administration Committee website. Assassin's Creed The Ezio Collection for PS4 and Xbox One, which would presumably include Assassin's Creed 2, Assassin's Creed Brotherhood and Assassin's Creed Revelations. What do you think about that?
That's what I think.
I don't think we need that.
No, we don't.
We really don't. They're all backwards compatible in Xbox One, so we definitely don't need it. They'll not really be good remasters, I don't imagine. They'll just be slightly better graphics.
2 was fun, but I wouldn't play it again.
Yeah, I don't think you could. Those games are so similar that I don't think you could possibly play through all 3 of them.
Yeah.
Without getting bored of your
I
fucking
think the
stuff.
kind of game you play once and that's it, you don't need to play again.
Yeah, really, I definitely is.
Once you've completed everything, there's no need to do it.
Yeah, exactly. So, speaking of remasters, a year ago, EA's Patrick Soderlund said that the company would never make any remasters, and he was actually quoted saying that he thought it would be better for developers to be working on completely new IPs, which is fair enough. It was actually nice to hear that, but at the time we were actually quite disappointed that there was no Mass Effect remaster in the works. Turns out it maybe is.
Ooh.
Because now, speaking at Gamescom again, he was speaking to Game Informer, he said that they've actually kind of changed their mind on that, and it's more so on the Mass Effect front. And he's quoted saying that what's changed is there is proof in the market that people want it, maybe more than there was when we first spoke. There were some that did it before, but I think there is even more clear evidence that this is something that people really want. The honest answer is that we are absolutely actively looking at it. I can't announce anything today, but you can expect us most likely to follow our fellow partners in Activision and other companies that have done this successfully. So I think they've kind of looked at certain things companies are doing, like, for instance, the Call of Duty 4 remaster. People lost their shit when that got announced. So I think EA have kind of went, oh well, hang on, there is certain games that if you do a remaster, people will lose it for. I think the Mass Effect trilogy is definitely one of them.
Yeah.
You bring those 3 games up, you'd need to really change Mass Effect 1 though. That's the only problem. That game would need to get completely overhauled to play kind of differently. I don't know how you would do it. Like, God's honest answer, I don't know what you would do there. But this is looking good.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I'd play that then.
Yeah, definitely. And the reason they believe that is because of, well, Project Scorpio. It's not so much a new console. They want to do away with the console generation as a whole and move into a more PC-like thing where your brand just kind of innovates, where every couple of years you get a new console. All your games carry forward, but your consoles get more powerful. And that they want they've said that Scorpio, they want to serve that as a new entry into a family of devices. So instead of being like, oh, the Xbox 360 generation, the Xbox One generation, it'll just be Xbox. Which I actually like that idea.
No, that's a really good idea.
I think that the way things are now, it kind of makes sense to be like, cool, like if there is a new console, if you want it, it could be slightly more powerful, or it could be ridiculously more powerful. And that, yeah, there will be new games for those consoles, but you'll also get kind of dumbed down versions of them, and will, you know, everything you've ever bought will carry forward.
Yeah.
Because that's kind of been my problem with buying consoles, is like, especially the Xbox One and PS4, not backwards compatible.
I know.
Don't get me wrong, they did bring it forward for Xbox One, but even then, it's like games are dribbling through it. Like, it's not like, I think there's about 264 games available now.
That's what we've always wanted, isn't it?
Yeah,
Constantly just play old games.
yeah, just as all you want is all your shit to carry forward, so that in like 20 years you can go, mine Metal Gear 5, that was really good. I want to go back and play that, and then your pal will be like, oh, that survival game. You go, no, not that one. That was shite.
Shut up.
Yeah. So yeah, I think it's a good idea, personally, but we'll see if it works out. They've said they know that they're actually taking a pretty big bet.
Yeah.
And that it might not pan out, but I think it will.
No, yeah. So.
I'm happy about it, but I don't know what the rest of the world would think. And then our last story, quite fitting that we're speaking about Xbox, because the Xbox One exclusive from Capybara Games, Below, which was first announced E3 2013, has been delayed again. This game gets delayed all the fucking time. It was due to come out this summer. It has now been delayed again without a new release window or date, and the developers have said that they're not quite done excavating Below's depths or polishing all of its facets, and that they want the game to live up to our studio standards and the quality you would expect from their games. They're not going to give a release date. They're just going dark, and they've said we're sorry we let you down with yet another delay. But in the end, we need to make certain that the hard work we've put into this game turns into something you'll love. And to us, that unfortunately means keeping Below in the oven a while longer until it is truly ready. At this point, I'm like, okay, done. Like, my interest just slowly deteriorated as time went by.
It's a shame, but again, it's better than releasing a broken game, isn't it?
Well, that is true, I suppose. And there's high hopes for it. So, and because people were pretty much buzzing about that. It's the game where you walk into a cave, and I'm sure it's all procedurally generated, and you just need to go further and further down and survive. I mean, it looks cool, it's got a nice art style, but at this point I'm kind of like, alright, cool. I actually can't remember the game that Capybara released before. I did know what game it was, and I've totally forgotten what it was. But it was it was on both consoles. It was like a Xbox and PlayStation game. But yeah, for some reason now they're just an Xbox exclusive, and clearly wasting time on it. Yeah. So that's it. That's all the news.
It's a good week.
Not the best, but there's stuff in it.
I never expect the best though.
Yeah,
That's the thing. That way you can't be disappointed with your news.
exactly.
So-
Never expect the best from us.
You should. We
Yeah.
give the best.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you keen viewers might notice I forgot to ask a question last week. Or did I?
Did you actually forget,
I
and
did
you just
forget.
so happened to come across a question?
No. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
fine.
right. Okay, for that.
So our friend Alan wants to know, is No Man's Sky worth buying a PS4 for?
Right, what are your thoughts on it?
For No Man's
Because
Sky,
you always go first.
that's true. For No Man's Sky alone, no, I wouldn't say so. The game is really, really good, but you couldn't just buy a PS4 for just that game. I think it'd be a bit of a waste. See, for all the other exclusives on it as well, though, absolutely 100%. PS4 is worth the money. What do you think?
Well, if the question is just should I buy a PS4 for No Man's Sky, and that's like all you're intending to buy the PS4 for, then definitely not.
Yeah.
This game is probably going to come to Xbox at some time. So if you've got an Xbox, like I suppose if you're looking to upgrade to next gen, then yeah, I suppose like if you want to upgrade anyway, go for it. But if it's you have one console and you're looking to buy the other, No Man's Sky definitely not a reason to go for it. It is really good, but it is not the be all and end all. Like you say though, and I feel I have a bit more weight because I have literally just done this. Whereas you started with PS4, I started with Xbox. I only just bought my PS4 in the last few months, and it was purely for exclusives. Like I will not be buying any games, like any third party stuff like that will all be on the Xbox. But for things like Journey, The Unfinished Swan, you've just got Abzu, Adrift. They're like indie games. The Witness, another indie game. But then you've also got things like Until Dawn, The Last of Us, the Uncharted collection. You're going to be getting God of War. I mean, like there is some amazing exclusives on it. Some are much better than Xbox. Like both consoles have excellent, exclusive games. But PlayStations are like not to be trifled with. They're really, really, really good. So I would buy it for that.
Yeah.
But I definitely wouldn't buy it if it's just No Man's Sky you're after.
Yeah. So for all those games, yes, absolutely worth it.
Yeah. Also, PlayStation Vita, give a little shout out to that because I bought a Vita and it's absolutely amazing. Really, really good for just being out and about, especially things like cross-buy. I really like that.
Yeah, or if you're in a good Wi-Fi location, remote play.
Yes, that's true. Remote play I find is a little bit dodgy sometimes, but I don't bother that much about it. But cross-buy is definitely like up there for me.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I like that idea.
Cool. So, what's your question for next week?
My question for next week, I did have in my head and I've totally blanked on it because you've put me on the spot. Well, that was it. Why should people get into gaming?
Why should you get into gaming?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, like, if you don't play video games, but it's something that I think if you have like no interest in it at all, then you're probably never going to be able to play. But it's for people who are like, I kind of want to get into that and see what it's like. Why should people get into it?
Okay, that's a good one.
That is a good question. Thanks. I just thought of that off the top of my head.
You thought about it earlier on.
I know, but like I did think about it off the top of my head when you said to think about a question, and I did.
Okay.
So there you go.
Cool. So that's been the show. Thanks for watching. You can follow us on YouTube. No, on Twitter. At the Cosy Couch.
You can follow us on YouTube.
Yeah, we can subscribe on YouTube, right?
Yeah.
Subscribe. Then follow us on Twitter at the Cosy Couch. Follow him on Twitter at Dirk Saxon.
Yep.
And follow me at NickSolo89. If you want to play with us on Xbox, he is
Dirk Saxon.
And I am currently me. And then if you want to play with us on PlayStation, he is
Dirk_Saxon.
And I am sorry, the Grim Reaper 89.
You're sorry.
Just sorry, that's right.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Thanks for watching and check out other shows as well. And of course, stay cozy.
Yeah, stay cozy.